The first 4 months of 2022 has proven to be a dry year for the American West. In the High Plains, April was so painfully dry that we saw images which began to resemble some sort of modern-age Dust Bowl. This attributed to a long-term weather pattern that produced windstorms, often exceeding 60 miles per hour for days on end, also little to no moisture, and higher than average temperatures. It was a perfect recipe for blowing dust, low visibility, and unhealthy air quality. The drought map has only expanded throughout the first few months of 2022. Media outlets report that this has been one of the driest Aprils on record for Colorado. Although the pivot circles have done better for obvious reasons, you can see here the wind wisping away a large chunk of water into the atmosphere, with its final fate of evaporation. April 29th proved to be the grand finale for what had been an awfully dry month. A landscape now resembling a desert was faced with record temperatures close to 100 degrees and another round of winds sustained at 40 miles per hour and gusting over 60 miles per hour, which created an apocalyptic scene. A smoke plume from the large wildfires in New Mexico turned the sky into a hazy mirage. And closer to home, wildfires dotted the High Plains, which at one point seemed like every county was fighting a blaze of their own. With relative humidity so low, a simple ash off a cigarette or some tow chains creating a spark with the asphalt had the ability to start a new fire. Here is footage that Dakota McGee took of a large brush fire near Eckley, Colorado. With the winds fanning the flames, the fire spread rapidly, unfortunately taking one residential home with it and thousands of acres. Various fire companies, police, EMS, and anybody that could supply a water truck responded to this fire and worked through the night to get it under control. The cause was determined to be from downed power lines. This day was a pinnacle event to cap off April 2022. In northeastern Colorado, it seems that just turning the page of the calendar to May provided some optimism and relief from the brutal conditions experienced in April. Moisture had returned to the plains, and in this case, it was in the form of snow. Snow and freezing conditions are not uncommon in early May. The last average frost date typically falls in early May. May is also on average the wettest month of the year. It was certainly a hopeful sign of wetter days to come throughout the month ahead. This station, monitored through the USDA, is located in Chase County, Nebraska, which borders northeast Colorado. It shows the severity of the drought within this region. The black line skirting across the lower half of the range in this chart is displaying soil saturation measurements dating back to October of 2021. As of May 31st, 2022, this black line is now entering the driest saturation points recorded for May since the chart was first compiled in 2006. In an average year, the black line would be following that light green line in the middle of the range. This chart is especially critical to dryland farmers that grow crops without any irrigation and ranchers who are reliant on green pastures to feed livestock. To put this situation into perspective, let's work east. Here is a chart that shows the monthly rainfall from May 2022 at the Johnson Farm station that we were just looking at. Approximately 430 miles east of Johnson Farm is the Spickard Station in Adrian County, Missouri. Continuing east, 545 miles from Spickard is the Molly Cairn Station located in Madison County, Ohio. Although the High Plains typically receives less precipitation than its eastern states, this series of data shows the difficulties that even a minor drought can bring to High Plains farmers and ranchers. As the dust blows and drought conditions continue, a battle is setting up in the eastern border of Colorado with Nebraska and Kansas regarding water compact laws originally formed in the first half of the 20th century. We will be going further in depth into this topic in future videos. Until then, I will leave you with this map, which encompasses the High Plains region as below average precipitation through the summer months ahead. With everything from supply chain issues to foreign conflicts and worsening drought conditions, it would be in your best interest to start this growing season off right. Grow a garden, get some animals, plan for your own food security. The next shortage may not be something minuscule like toilet paper.